Epis, and when we last left off, we just finished up our little conquest of this section of Cisalpine Gaul, and that reminds me we now have access to the shrine here. I do need to make it a city immediately, because that will give us more buildings, more slots for items to put in the shrine. Population capacity, we don't need that. Let's see, what bonuses can we get? Let's get... State, same religion, happiness. 10%. We got 15,000 on the border of the Etruscans right now. They are allied with Carnia, Rhaetia, and Noricia. I only want Eritrea. I do not want any of the other ones. So, we're gonna just try and knock the others out of the war. We're gonna have one army group take Eritrea and Istra, and then the other one's going to go knock Rhaetia out of the war and Norica. Right now, I got that one building a road back to Rome. And then we'll give you guys another set of heavy cav. Political debate between the patricians and the plebeians have blown into secession. Well, they're outside the Pomerium. Just kill them, because we're not adopting that law. I don't want to lose that law. The law that it would replace. Which is, I do want to get Marian reforms right here. It would drop our levy size multiplier, but it would help a lot. We also need to be a great power. Alright. We're getting pretty close to that, aren't we? We are major power, not a great power. At least 500 territories. Oh, we're not far off. We're about halfway there. So we still can only have the one legion until we conquer more. Scorned family, co-consul died. Who in government can we get rid of? Monthly civilization change from the Tribune of the Plebs is not really that important. Alright, we'll change that out. I'm gonna speed up the game here, let this road finish its construction. Yep, we'll trade with you guys. The governor of Cisalpine Gaul has become more treasonous. We could throw him in prison. Or the province can lose loyalty. Let the province lose loyalty. It's not that big of an issue. Barbarians? Really? Now's not the time for barbarians. Never is the time for barbarians. Get them out of that city. Alright, we have an innovation. Declining that offer. The guy... Oh, the journey guy again. Get the hell out. We already told you no once. Heavy infantry discipline is nice. I'm gonna get military sponsors. Boost the loyalty of all our generals by 5. Make it less likely for them to rebel. You can stop building the roads and march all the way up to Amelia. Alright, they're trying to siege us down here. We'll just kick their ass. They're barbarians. Alright. We'll go back over this way. Build some buildings here. No longer importing dates. That's bad. Oh, looks like we're down a bunch of stuff. Alright. Let's take a look at our trade overview. Exports. Sort by trade goods. We need that cloth back. And we can get a bonus. Let's do Mercury again. We're not going to be doing a major war, so... well, not really that major. Alright, we're at war again. Let's march over to Venice. You guys march up into Raetia. And that will stop them, mostly. Fleet maintenance. And then let's get the fleet over there. They'll have their morale completely filled by the time we get there. Olives? No, Carthage, you're not getting anything from us. Oh, earthenware in, Mediol something. I'm not even gonna try. But let's get those conversions. This is our ruler. He just got an infection. Import olives. Yes, go ahead. A great temple. Oh. I thought that was, a different building. Alright, they just literally weaseled their way in. Best of times, earthenware in that new city as well. Invest that money. Alright. Go back up there. More food. Let's get... Ooh, army movement speed and quick march. Let's get delayed baggage train. Better supply, but it'll all... Ooh, paymasters. I do want to get them at some point. Quick march. I do want to get that. It'll allow us to temporarily speed up our troops. Good fortune. Benign autonomy. I'll take the money. I'm gonna be a little greedy. Military access, no. Let's go over here. Alright, that got taken. Just gonna walk over here. Then, quick march. We can now force march our men if we have to. Alright. Let's stop them from sieging here. We just took over those guys. They went further up the river, didn't they? Let's go get them. We took a ship. We took 2 prisoners as well. Alright. That's good. Killed those guys. And we took that. I don't really want Raetia. Let's sue for peace with them. We can force them to become our vassal. Which wouldn't be terrible. White peace is also nice. I would like to just get money from them, but I guess they're a tribal vassal. I wouldn't mind if they became a tributary. Let's not, though. White peace them. They're still at war with us. I just want to take that. Perfect. Simple. The Venetians are gone. We don't need a port there. They did do a good job converting here, so let's just convert culture. Let's see here. Aquileia. That wouldn't be a terrible place for a city. What about in... Aquileia wouldn't be terrible. We'd have 2 cities in here. See, this is the real debate. Altintinum. Yeah, we'll do that one instead. Cisalpine settlers. That'll take some time. What else we got for our mission? Every region in Cisalpine Gaul. So we do need this one. Alright. Let's start a fabrication for Transpada. And you gents go up here. And then once they get there, you guys march over here. Once they get up here, I want them to build a road down to what is this? I forget what this is called. Hydruntum. Build a road down to there. And then we'll have them circle back to here, and then... no. So you'll go down here, circle back up to here, and then cut across there. Need a new tribune. None of these guys really have... Ooh! Sertor Lucius. Yeah, we'll trade. We'll do that. Omen power up by 1. Okay, nice. Let's get the army movement speed. And then we'll go back into some more economic bonuses. Cisalpine Rome, you mean? Yes. Slowly but surely. That is not a trifle. We're getting real... That's a lot of money. Small investment? Let's make a small investment. And let's also do a divine sacrifice. Keep the stability from dropping too much. Our guy can gain lunatic. I don't want to do that. Summon some minds of the... Summon some doctors. We're gonna need some doctors. Yes. No. No. Don't make troops loyal to our generals. It's a bad idea. Leave the priests alone. Lose 5 stability. For 2 years, religion, same religion down. Appease both sides. Yeah. I would like the tech investment, but it would cause a lot of issues. Alright. You can drop the, oh my god, this guy at time again. Alright. Sure, we'll take the chainmail. I don't want to gain cowardly, though. And let's drop the fleet maintenance costs again. because we don't need the fleet anymore. Or not right now, at least. Put them into harbor. Go send them back to Ostia. The theaters and temples are being built. That's good. Is there any place I would like? Ooh, would like a foundry here. Let's focus on around Rome a little bit. Wine here. Yep. Let's build a foundry there. We are almost. Yep. There we go. Declare war. We're at war with these guys again. That's fine. We'll go kick their ass real quick. We're not letting Carthage get anything from us still. Let's siege this down. If we're gonna be in Cisalpine Gaul, we might as well kill these guys while we're here. How's that road going? Going good. We're about to have another one of our puppets integrated. Alright, you can have that wine. Alright, they're gonna take that. That's fine. We could get have Cruel for 2 free pops, or he'll lose loyalty. Just convince him to do something in other ventures. We're down cloth and iron again. Where's the iron? Here we go. Alright, they've almost made it down there. That's good. And they're on their way back. They go a lot faster on the roads. Just look how fast they go on roads. Granted, yes, we do have a 70% speed debuff when not on roads. Yep, that was Siculia. Don't need another one of those there. Alright, our last feudatory is being integrated right about now. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. A lot less italic. Well, they'll convert over time anyway. Hemp. Not a lot of people get hemp. Olives here. Let's build a foundry there. Alright, let's go over this way. This is Caturgia. Alright. It's just... okay. We need to wait a little bit for the time to pass. They won't abandon their ally just yet. Which means... you gents are done. Force march up here. And look how fast they move with force march and the roads. Alright, we need a new researcher. You look like you'd be the best at the job. Yeah, he's good. We're gonna need to take somebody out of government. He sucks, but he's needed. What about for Praetor? He's not terrible. We'll have him. Statesmanship is pretty bad, but... oh well. Let's retake that. You can run all the way down there. Alright, we're gonna catch a ton of them right here. Oh, not 12,000. Thought it was going to be 17,000. There we go. And they just walked right through. So let's get rid of a bunch of them. These guys are walking all the way down there. Alright, you know, we're going to have the other guys take care of them. Let's get back in there. Alright, we'll catch up to them with these guys. Just shy of not catching them. How unfortunate. Can we get that deal with these guys? No. I mean, I just want this. Yeah, there we go. No need to make a big stink out of it. Agricultural development? Pop conversion speed, yes. Yes, we do. Finish the mission of Cisalpine Gaul. There we go. Conquer or subjugate Carthage. I agree, Carthage is going to be a massive pain in the ass. Or we could go after Greece. Macedon. They're at war right now. A lot of people. We do have a claim on Epirus. Let's go after the matter of Raetia. We don't need Raetia. The Pearl of Italia. We don't really need to develop Italy that much. Let's go Punic rivals. Naval parity. We have more than 20 ships, more than Carthage. Deter Iberian support. Alright, we're gonna try and turn all of the, Alright, we're gonna try and turn the Iberian nations against Carthage. And we also may want to go into Hispania. We're going to need to drive them out of Spain. If we neuter their power here, that'll be the best for it then. Alright, we'll just go to Genoa. Form up in Genoa and go over there. Recipients will be more likely to side with Rome. Alright, let's do that. Because I do not want them getting any allies in Spain or expanding into Spain. The co-consul's dead. Need a new tribune of the plebs. Oh, you're pretty good. We'll throw you in there for now. Alright. Alright. Africa has lost some food. We can afford to lose the, we can afford to lose 2,000 men. Yeah, we'll do that. Well, don't see anything else I want to change for laws at the moment. Nope. Alright, I think that's it for now. So, we're gonna get these men down into Carthage. These are a tributary of Carthage. Alright, we'll just have to knock them out early. Do we still have a casus belli on Carthage? Take Syracuse. Oh! We never took these islands. Oh. We never took Malta. Alright, we're gonna have to do that at some... We're gonna have to do that then. I'll take the loyalty loss. Alright, I'm gonna end this episode here. I'm gonna end the episode once we get our men into... Once we get our men into Carthage. Yeah. Population in Rome's almost greater than 80. We can almost make Rome a metropolis. Alright, our men are here. Let's get cracking then. In the next episode, we're going to attack Carthage again. So, stay tuned, everybody, and goodbye.